Hello everybody, welcome. Right, so here we go. I'm going to be talking about Clan Ventrue today, as you can probably tell by my guys, although it's probably hard to see the pinstripe suit that I'm wearing because it's probably blending in with my background, but trust me, this bit is very Ventrue. And then of course I've got my little Ventrue, old man daddy hat on as well, just so I stand out like an authority figure. Yeah, this is how a Ventrue looks to me anyway. So talking about them, this is a Nosferatu's point of view over Clan Ventrue. Some of you out there probably of the clan are very biased and may not agree with my opinions, but if you don't, I don't care. Keep them to yourselves. If you do put them in the comments, I'm just going to roast you. But the idea is that I want to give my honest opinion of what I believe the clan is like. And so first of all, let's just start at the beginning. The clan's boring, okay? They are dull. They just sit around and talk like for a long time. It takes them, I would say, a good half an hour just to get through their names and titles, and it has to start with those who hold the most dignitas. I'll get into that. Like, they speak first, station-wise, and all the rest of it, and then it proceeds down the table to the last person, and they must introduce themselves in a way that showcases their lineage and their accomplishments and status, and it's just boring talking about it. But that's what they do, just to introduce themselves. Then they start to talk, and it's laborious. They like to accentuate and stress upon the finest of details, as the way to put it is the fine print of a document. To them, the fine print is like a bouquet of flowers, the smell of it, or a bar of chocolate, just when I could eat chocolate. But you know what I mean? It was like, to them, it's just, the finer the detail, the smaller the writing, the better. And that's what they like. And it's all about, to them, accomplishments comes from how much wealth and power they hold. To me, I don't give two. Wealth and power is insignificant. Well, it's not, but it is. So you look at it this way, right? Look at the news or something like that, where you have these really wealthy, influential people that have yachts and planes and all the rest of it, and then one little dirty secret comes out about them, and then boom, it's all gone. They got no power, no wealth. It's all taken from them. The public hates them. Well, that's what wealth and power is. It's just in a second it can be taken, and that's why I believe that the Ventrue just, they're barking up the wrong tree. It's pointless. I mean, all it takes is just one slip of the tongue, one misword here, or a little secret that's just, shown over there, and all of a sudden, where's the dignitas gone? Where's it gone? It's in the gutter. That's where it belongs. Well, no, because I belong in the gutter for good reason, because the gutters are ours. But all right, let's just call it the by the bins. Yes, by the bins. The dignitas is by the bins. Enjoy. That's where. Oh, look, see, lost a dignitas right there. I've gone down in station. I need a bigger hat. Really. Like, one of those ones that up here. There you go. Walk into a room with that. Everybody knows I've got dignitas then. Right, dignitas. I've said it so many times now and I haven't explained it. To them, it's literally like their way of quantifying their value, their wealth, their power, their net worth is their dignitas. And it can be accomplished by who you've worked for, who you own, what you've done, who you've saved, who said your name in public. It could all add towards their dignitas, and that's what they're working towards. It's a Ventrue status. The rest of us, we've got status. If you're Camarilla, Savat, whatever, there's different forms of it. But the idea being is the status is there, it's given to you, you hold it, and everybody recognises it. Dignitas is something that Ventrue only recognise and give a fuck about, and it's their way of elevating themselves above those in the same station as them, if you see what I mean. Like, I don't know, you've got two Ventrue that are both Princes of Domains, but one's got a higher Dignitas. If they got together, then the Prince with the higher Dignitas would speak before and hold more sway than the Prince without, or the lower one. That's the way they work. I mean, it makes sense, but here's it, dull. So there's that. That's about them. I will say one thing, though. They are absolutely, well, they're pinnacle for the traditions being upheld. The Ventrue are a stickler for the rules. Like that fine print, also the rules. They love it. Absolutely love it. And they love rubbing it in your face when you do something wrong. You know, oh, you've broken this tradition for these reasons. Rah, rah, rah. I demand X, Y, Z. And then a Nosferatu sweep in and go, nah, do you know what, mate? Let's talk about it. And then we can negotiate a better deal on that. But that's a Nos thing. But the Ventrue in the first place, though, they are sticklers for rules, traditions. And that's why predominantly you see lots of Ventrue in positions of authority within the Camarilla. Yeah, they are, the majority of the time they're in positions that hold status, sway, because, you know, they care about that. That to them is a good thing. You know what I mean? So, and if you look at the Sabbat, the Ventrue are less positions of status, but they are normally in positions of power of some kind. They're less involved in the Sabbat, but they have been in there. And yeah, normally they're a bit more muscle bound and frontliney than they are in a Camarilla. But that's the other thing about them. Ventrue, fuck me, they're like a smell that won't just go away. They are hardy. They are a clan that has the abilities that keep them alive and also keep them talking and persuading others to allow them to talk. They are, in that regard, they're hardy and annoying like a stain that you just can't get rid of. Yeah, so remember that if you ever do go up against a Ventrue and you decide you want to remove him from your situation, that they are problematic. Yeah, the more effort is required than normally would be, and just generally just seem to just stick around. If there was ever like a scrap or something like that, and like you see all kindred fall in and all the rest of it, then the Ventrue's always the fucker at the end who still stood up, you know, dusting off their suit. Normally, because they've stayed at the back just shouting orders, but if anything was to happen to them, they always just seem to be able to weather it. So there's that. What else about them? If you happen to be a Ventrue, you're probably enjoying yourself in the fact that you've had a great mentorship. You know, somebody's taken under your wing for the clan and given you good guidance of how to uphold yourself within the faction you find yourself. And that's a good thing in some ways, you know, but it's also because Ventrue like Ventrue to look good. They hate with a passion embarrassment to their clan. If you ever do something that is an embarrassment and it happens to be your Ventrue, whoa, it's like double the fun. You know, for a Nosferatu, it's fucking great to stir the pot. You know what I mean? Like, Ventrue accidentally says something wrong and insults the prince or something, and then the Nosferatu just happens to, you know, just vocalise that a little bit louder or whisper, oh, did you hear what he just said? Very vocally. You know, oh, he just insulted you, da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden, oh no, the Ventrue's getting a reaming, and now because he's a Ventrue and he's held to a higher standard, yeah, he gets proper fucked. And that's why, you know, Nosferatu, on the other hand, you get away with it. You know what I mean? We're not held to this standard. We're expected to say stupid things at the wrong time. We're like the comic relief. You know what I mean? Not to say we are comic relief. We're not all jokers and all the rest of it. But you know what I mean? It's like Ventrue are definitely not jokers. They're the serious fucks that are like rigid. You know what I mean? Like, whew. And so that's basically it. So to summarise, they're all about the status. Dignitas is the next level of that. They fucking talk for hours. They're always talking about the finer details of things. They're a stickler for the tradition. They're boring as fuck to be around. They're normally in positions of power, and if they fuck up, oh, it's so much entertainment when they do. So that summarised Clan Ventrue. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed me reminiscing about the clan, and hopefully you, of course, agree with all of my opinions. And if you are Clan Ventrue, well, sucks to be you. You know what I mean? If you had a choice of picking a clan, that's on my list of, you know, like, shit choices. So yeah, enjoy, but hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Love you, kind of, some of you anyway, not all of you. Some of you are a bit dicky, but you know what I mean, some of you I like a lot. So anyway, I'll see you all again soon, except for the dicky ones. You can fuck off. All right, bye. Twerking for your money, oh yeah, oh, twerking for your money, oh, you want to look at me, oh, twerking for your money, subscribe.